Hey guys, T-Bull here, and I've got what I'm hoping is going to be a short, quick video for you guys. A little preview on the U.S. light cruisers coming out this week. The Tier 9 and 10, the Seattle, and the Worcester. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. Sluggo, maybe you can correct me if I'm saying it wrong still. Going to focus on the Tier 10 today just because I think we can all agree Tier 9, well, it sucks. It's there as a penance that you pay in order to get to play Tier 10. So we're going to focus just on the Tier 10. Going to kind of go over with you guys how I set mine up, kind of the thought process on why I did what I did, and then I got some gameplay I can show you guys just to kind of give you an idea what you can look forward to when you do get to the Tier 10 on the light cruiser line. I'm very excited, can't wait for this. I've been waiting a while. The Cleveland, the Tier 8, is my current favorite boat in the game. This one I definitely think has potential to be up there as well. So starters, we'll look at the commander skills. Please don't mind the commander that's actually on the boat. That's just who I happen to have available on this account. So protection for the ship's deck, I thought was definitely the important one here, since it is a light cruiser. No torpedoes and citadels. You'll get some, but I feel like this was definitely going to be the most valuable of those skills. IFHE, obviously. No rapid reload, so just went with compartment maintenance to minimize flooding damage. Demolition expert, extinguisher, protect your or minimize your deck fire damage. Other than that, pretty standard. You do get defensive AA, so I went to give myself an extra one of those. Bonus, I got another sonar out of the deal as well. Air defense expert. The AA on the Worcester here is very, very comparable to the Des Moines. I'm not going to say it's better, but it's very, very comparable. And so the air defense alert skill comes in really, really handy. In fact, let's look at that real quick. So you do get the air defense alert 3, same one that comes on the Tier 7 Atlanta, the premium Tier 7 light cruiser. You do get 2 sonars and 2 radars, and they are radar 2. Both the Tier 9 and the Tier 10 get the upgrade to the Radar 2, which has the same duration, still just 10 seconds, but it does have a little bit longer range of 7.8 kilometers and a little bit shorter cooldown time, so that's really nice. Currently there's only 3 boats in the game that have that. That's the Missouri, the Seattle, and then the Worcester. We were going to look at the elite bonuses. Meritorious service, if you feel that's the best option, hey, power to you. The other two, though, elite gun operator and AA specialization, you can make a really solid argument in either direction. In fact, if you go with the AA specialization and do a full AA build, the numbers were kind of crazy. It actually took the AA range out to over 5 kilometers. The large caliber AA out to over 5 kilometers. The small caliber at a little over 3.5. Buffed their numbers a little bit. It was pretty cool. And so you could definitely make that argument to boost the AA damage. I think the benefits are pretty clear. Don't need to go too much into it. Same could be said for the elite gun operator, especially the Tier 9 and 10, unlike the Tier 8, do not get secondaries. You only have main guns. No torpedoes, no secondaries, at least not that you can control. And so, that being said, anything you can do to buff your reload time and your main gun battery traverse speed, I think, is a good idea. And again, the benefits, I think, are pretty much self-explanatory. The reason I went elite gun operator, though, is although it's not uncommon to see aircraft carriers in Tier 10, it's pretty regular. Most of your games, you're probably going to have a carrier, but you're not going to have a carrier in every game. Whereas I will be using my main guns, because it's the only offensive weapon that this boat comes with, in every single game I play. So if I'm going to choose an option, I'm going to, and if you can make arguments either way, for one or the other, I'm going to choose the one that I'm going to get the most use out of, and that's definitely going to be the elite gun operator. Reload time is actually pretty good to begin with. It's 4.8 seconds stock. With the elite gun operator, we're down to 4.66. Not a big difference, but you know, every little bit helps. So the funny thing, you do get, it's going to be too hard to switch back and forth, so you can either verify this or take my word for it, but Worcester actually gets a longer main battery gun range than the Des Moines does, despite the fact that it's got the smaller guns. And the AA is, like I said, it's very comparable. The Des Moines has a slightly higher large caliber AA damage, but it has a shorter range for those guns, and so it comes out to pretty much be a wash. Small caliber AA damage was almost identical and has the same range, so the AA is pretty comparable between the two. The Worcester does get the slight edge. It's got the better defensive AA boost with level 3. So it does get a little bit of an edge over the Des Moines as far as the AA goes. For equipment, I went Turret Traverse, the main battery mod 3 that's going to help your dispersion. A solid argument could be made that way as well. I felt like I was getting enough hits on target that I went with the Turret Traverse. I like to keep my guns turning as quick as I can. It gives me the ability to keep the boat moving and reduce the likelihood of eating torpedoes while still keeping my guns pointed where I want them. And then I went with my standards of acceleration and steering. Ain't broke, don't fix it. So anyways, I think that was all I was really going to get into as far as showing you guys here, you know, how I had mine set up. So we'll jump into some gameplay footage, and I'm not going to narrate it. It's pretty straightforward. So just real quick, I'm going to say thank you guys for taking time to watch the video. Very much appreciate it. And let me know in the comments what you think and anything else you'd like to see. So thank you once again. Have a great day. See you guys out there. So as it turns out, I owe everybody watching this an apology because apparently I told 2 lies. Number 1, that this was going to be a short video. Apparently I am incapable of making a short video. And number 2, that I wasn't going to narrate. After actually reviewing some of my footage, I decided I did want to pop in with a couple of little comments, just kind of let you guys know what's going on. Real quick, this one is just a quick demonstration of the AA. I did have some help from my buddy in his Seattle and the carrier's fighters there, but that was 11 fighters in 30 seconds, so not too shabby no matter how much help you've got. Next couple of clips happen to show engagements against Essex's, Essexi? I don't know what the plural is. It just happened that we ended up against a couple of Essex in subsequent games. And while I didn't chase any of them down unnecessarily before anybody in my fleet starts making comments, looking at you, you know who you are. But it just was kind of interesting. So this first clip here, spoiler alert. So I end up with 55 gun hits against him for 13,000 damage, 1 fire. Okay, you know, had some help. Cool. Seminole, hey buddy, happened to rush down the middle, and yeah, he was too good of a target to pass up. This next one, once again on an encounter, I was pushing down the side of the map and ran out of things to shoot at other than my buddy Beef and his Essex sitting back there in the cap. I had AP loaded this time, so I figured, what the hell, we'll sling some AP and we'll see what happens. So again, same boat. I don't know how these guys have their particular ships set up as far as perks, resistances, and whatnot. But that first Essex, 55 hits, 13,000 damage, 1 fire. Against Beef here, I'm going to end up with AP, a total of 65 hits for 24,000 damage. Quite a big of a difference there, and 3 Citadels. Can't pass up this opportunity either. Thanks, Lost, for securing that one for me. Jackass. And then this last one, this is the only one for my fleet mates that you might say I chased him down, but if you look at the where the battle was, I felt justified in doing so. I have a bit of a reputation for those of you who don't know. Anyways, Undeserved reputation, by the way. Anyways, this engagement is going to end with a total of 51 hits against that Essex for another 24,000 damage and 3 fires. So first HE, I had more hits and 11,000 less damage, and the fires didn't make up for all of that. I don't know if I just was getting more good hits against the deck on that last one or what, but yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting, so thought I'd point it out. This is the last clip here, and this is basically the full game, so I'm going to let you guys enjoy it. This is just to kind of give you, I thought it was a good overall example of the ship's maneuverability, the accuracy. I engage a number of different targets, so thought this was a pretty good all-around battle. The result wasn't too shabby. I was pretty happy with it. This was actually one of my very first games in the boat, so it only went downhill from there. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of this one. Thanks again for watching. Let me know what you think, what else you want to see from me, and hope you guys have a good one. Thanks again.
Enemy aircraft incoming! Enemy aircraft incoming! Enemy torpedoes spotted! Enemy aircraft incoming! Enemy aircraft incoming! Target hit! Enemy aircraft incoming! Nice shot! We hit the enemy! We're under attack! Enemy aircraft incoming! Anti-aircraft gun on full alert. Enemy aircraft incoming! Good job! Enemy aircraft incoming! Target hit! Nice shot! We're under attack! Our team is about to win! The situation is under control. job!